All right, everybody. So it's that time once again. You're either getting into Gold 1 this week or you're falling back into Silver 3 or just staying in Silver 4. Whatever it is, if you're working to get to Gold 1, it's a headache. Today, I'm hopefully going to give you guys a team that makes it a little bit less of a headache. Granted, if everybody makes this team on their defense, then it could possibly be as much of a headache as it was to begin with. So the team today that I want to showcase is this one right here. We have a free champion, and a fusion that I don't have, unfortunately. So we're in an account that I'm doing a 3v3 takeover for, and I wanted to share this with you all because I think this team is so universal, and it really relies on Pythion, UDK, and Sun Wukong. The Mithrala spot doesn't have to be Mithrala because Sun Wukong can just steal the enemy's increased attack buffs. Look, he's dead. I don't care. Specifically, I care so little that he's dead that I'm not even going to let Pythion revive him. Matter of fact, I never let Pythion res Sun Wukong because Sun Wukong reses himself with full turn meter, which is way better than just a basic old res. So there we go. We have no increased attack, and now we have an increased attack, and we whack the entire enemy team. This team is absolutely incredible. You've probably seen this team a decent amount already climbing up in Silver 4, and it may even become more popular, but it's all free champions. It's super annoying. Let me show you guys how I have these champions built. I'm going to do a few more classic arena matches, and then we'll do some 3v3 matches, because 3v3 is going to be a little bit more difficult. Just because things work in classic doesn't necessarily mean they work in 3v3, because in 3v3, you got to separate your champions over several different teams. So how about these champion builds? So up first is Sun Wukong. Sun Wukong currently is built with some accuracy, enough to steal the increased attack from like the damage dealers with low resistance. We have okay speed, good crit damage, 100% crit rate, nothing less. We have good attack and a defense ignore set. So savage, lethal, instinct, cruel, whatever it may be, put that on him. Some more ascensions would be amazing for the bottom row pieces, but no sand devil farming yet. Once he gets that, this team is going to be even better. Obviously, it can scale from this point or could even be drawn back a little bit, though the better it is, the better it's going to perform, right? So build your champions well. So skills, everything's fully booked. We have Soul Reap, which I believe is the best blessing for a damage dealer Sun Wukong like this. We have extra attack plus a little HP threshold to just finish him off, which actually saves me quite a bit, especially if you're not able to hit those really high damage numbers. So as far as the masteries, I went the offense tree as well as support. You don't have to go support. You can go defense and definitely make sense of Cycle of Revenge. However, for me, I went ahead and opted for a little bit more accuracy as well as a chance to reset some of his cooldowns. Up next, I want to talk about the champion who's possible to sub in. So Mithrala in this team works out amazing. You don't have to have her though. In case you want to use her in a different one of your teams, you definitely can. In this spot, I usually use Mighty Uko in a lot of players' accounts, and it works out great, but I wanted to try Mithrala, and it actually works very, very well also. So with this setup, what we have going on with Mithrala is this is just his typical Mithrala. This Mithrala, I didn't change anything on this build. She has almost 900 resistance after you combine the accuracy and resistance. She's about 250 speed, good HP, good defense. I'd consider 60,000 plus in PvP to be pretty good HP. We have 3,000 plus defense, especially with these resistance numbers. She's going to be very solid, very tanky. It can just cleanse any nonsense the enemy throws at us. So no special sets, but if you could fit Stone Skin or Regeneration or Immortal, Bolster, whatever it may be, if you could fit them and make them make sense, definitely it's going to be better than not, right? So as far as her skills, everything's fully booked. She has Temporal Chains. Really just run whatever you want here. If you have a high blessing Mithrala, you could put more thought into it, but right now, I think Brimstone would even be perfectly fine. As far as her masteries, this is what we have set up. I didn't change anything here, so this is just our typical mastery build. If you want to go the offense tree for War Master, for more damage in Hydra, that is A-okay as well. So next champion is Pythion. Pythion's bringing a cleanse, he's bringing a res, he's also bringing a heal on his A1 ability. So if you're able to get revenge accessories, it's going to be fantastic, but if not, go reaction. Reaction accessories are amazing, but here I don't have a reaction necklace because this one's attack, and I think the refresh is a little bit more valuable than the one turn of reaction. It's debatable, but this is what I have currently. And as far as his actual stats go, we have okay HP. I would rather this be closer to 80,000. We have pretty good defense, good speed, I'd say, and then the resistance a little bit higher. The resistance is kind of questionable, to be honest, but I don't think anything else we throw on him is going to make a big enough difference to make it actually worth putting on him. So right now we could boost up the defense and HP a little bit, but then we drop quite a bit of resistance. Right now, he's probably able to resist champions like Gaius, champions like Nishak, champions who don't have an increased attack. He can probably resist those, but he's likely not resisting a Kymar or a Madame Ceres, things like that are really built for a lot of accuracy. So his resistance, I'm going to leave it for now, but I may change it in the future, especially if we have bad luck moving up into Gold 1, which, to be honest, I don't see that being the situation whatsoever. So skills, everything's fully booked except for the A1. Definitely worth getting that fully booked, but we can talk about that later. He has Polymorph. Doesn't need that. He has low accuracy, and since Polymorph does need accuracy to place, not necessarily the best thing to have. Maybe worth swapping unless we get some accuracy on him, but for now, we're going to leave it. So his masteries, we have Timely Intervention, which is very good. Your champions get low on HP. He's going to boost his turn meter. In other words, Sun Wukong gets low, Pythion's boosting turn meter. You can try to res him, but skip the res. Don't let Python do the res because he will do it, and it's really just kind of bad for Sun Wukong, to be honest. However, if you are killed by somebody who like blocks passive, then Pythion just picks up Sun Wukong and it's no problem whatsoever. And now let's talk about Ultimate Death Knight. So basically he's just built slow. We have reaction, very high HP because HP is what the shield from the Stone Skin set is based off of. You want 6 pieces of Stone Skin to have 2 turns of the buff. We have good defense, low speed. We have some accuracy to place the provoke, as well as the debuffs from the A2, as well as some resistance to maybe resist a polymorph after, you know, placing our debuffs. As far as skills, everything's fully booked. Blessings, you can go polymorph on him. I think polymorph's probably the best bet, honestly. So I'm going to switch that over because he's built perfectly for polymorph, honestly. Very good champion to have it. And then as far as these masteries, this is nothing particular. Honestly, this would be better being extra resistance, extra accuracy, extra HP, or maybe even bulwark, which I'll likely change a little bit later on, but we'll run this as it is for now. So let's go ahead and jump in here to some classic arena and do a few more matches to show you guys kind of how the team works. Honestly, these teams are super low, so maybe we don't even do that. Like this is just gonna be full auto. Like you can do very well against speed teams. The teams that this kind of struggles against are teams with like tons of damage, you know, the empowered champions, or if it has like a lot of strip champions, like Kymar plus Madame Ceres, it can get a little bit questionable. Like this, for example. We have your Pythion stripped, reaction doesn't proc, everybody dies, and Sun Wukong comes back, and he still can take care of people because guess what? They can't hit him. The only way they can hit him is they have AoE stuff. They don't have it after that first turn, they didn't get back to it. So Sun Wukong comes back and he wipes everybody out. So there's ways this team survives even after, you know, the support champions go down. So even if they do strip you, you still have a plan B. It's not the best plan, but it's still a potential plan that could work. So there we go. Sun Wukong's dead. Guess what? I don't really care. The level of care that I have for that is 0. So you don't even need a res champion like Pythion, though it does help because he does keep things alive, or he does, you know, bring his team back to life, keep everybody else alive, which is a pretty good thing to have. So we start off with the A2. It's just full auto. What I like right here is that Sun Wukong is about to strip everybody. So his speed and Mithrala's is very well tuned. So he strips everybody. He steals the increased attack. So he didn't do a massive hit, but now Mithrala is going to come in and go ahead and place Hex on everybody, which means when they hit me, they're going to be petrified, hopefully. So they get petrified. Well, the Arbiter's not doing anything now. So it's like, boom, we just wipe them out. They're done. The team is super smooth. Like this team is one team that is going to make 3v3 annoying for players who go against it, but it's going to make your pushing in 3v3 so much better. I see the team pretty, actually, no, I haven't. I've seen it once today. I did a mirror match and the person actually, they beat me. Theirs was a little bit better built. I don't know where it's at, but I did do a mirror match right there. I was like, wait, is this an account that I did takeover for? It's not. So I'm not the only person who uses this team, of course, but it was a mirror match and theirs did beat me, unfortunately, but congratulations to them. It was very well played. So now let's get started with some 3v3 matches. So we're mainly going to be focusing on the Mithrala team, though I do want the other ones to win as well because this is a 3v3 takeover and I want to make sure he gets to gold 1 this reset. With that said, if you're interested in having a takeover done for you, then you can click the link down below, whether it's 3v3, Hydra, Dungeons, General Account Review, whatever it may be, you can fill out the form, get into contact with me, and we can get something set up. So as far as these matchups go, the team at the top is going to do well against any of these teams on the side. This team is going to do especially well against speed teams, ideally with as little defense as possible. So this one at the bottom will go against that. And it has no real block debuffs outside of Necrit, but no cleanse. So this is good for my bomb team. And the top team is going to just demolish the Stoutus Duchess nonsense. So maybe we go 3-0. Hopefully we do. We could not, though. It's definitely a possibility because I've been shocked by more 3v3 teams than I would like to admit. Definitely, I had some matches earlier where I thought I was going to beat them all, and I ended up beating none of them. All their teams were much better than I expected. So it does happen for sure. But here, I don't really have anything I'm that worried about. I'm going to strip the Sun Wukong. We have tons of cleanses, so guess what? They're not going to place many bombs, and if they do, well, I just cleanse it with Pythion because he has a cleanse. So we'll use that as soon as we get back to there. Let's see. We're going to use we can use the A3 or the A2, to be honest. Doesn't really matter which one I do. A2 here with Pythion, and now we have no bombs on the team. What bomb were we even talking about? They're all gone. Pythion? What Pythion, right? What Pythion are we even talking about? Now, she is going to res, of course, but guess what? When she does, we have a strip that we can use. It's probably still on cooldown, though it may have been reduced because of the resetting the cooldown from the Cycle of Magic. I'm not for sure. I guess it was. Maybe it was. Either way, we got another A3 to use. Pop up with the A3. Now Pythion's going to res. And now we got a few moments to not have to worry about the enemies resing anymore. Okay, Gaius did nothing because we have no bombs on us, of course. We don't have an A2, unfortunately, but we do have an A1 that goes ahead and finishes him off. Now, the reason why I did that is because if either one of them have a res, before I'm able to wipe everybody, I want them to waste it, which is going to be ideal for me. If they waste it, that means they don't get to use it well. Didn't know that, did you? So now we're going to go ahead and give increased attack to Sun Wukong. And from there, I could strip him or just use the A2. I know the A2 killed Pythion before, so let's see if it kills him again. There we go. He's dead. He's gone. Not a problem. Oh, whoa, everybody's back. Let's go ahead and deal with that again. So once more, get Wukong back to his turn. Maybe, if we ever do, he has the A3 up. We know that. So now, all those increased attack, well, they're my increased attack. Maybe. Nope, just kidding. We did not strip them all, and they still have some. So now it's just the exhausting thing of we got to get back around, use Sun Wukong's A2 again, drop the Pythion, drop the Duchess, plan it out, time it out well. This is the downside of using just one damage dealer. It is something to consider, but typically they don't last this long. So now Duchess killed her. So now wipe Duchess, wipe everybody, boom. I could have played that better for sure, but 3 minutes was a lot longer than I expected. But hey, Team 2, Hedgie, erased. He is the magic eraser. And Team 3, very fast as well. That other team hopefully gave you a decent idea of what to and what not to do. I probably misplayed several times throughout the fight, but sometimes when talking and misplays, they happen. This team dropping bombs on me. Apparently their Nishak forgot to have gear because he didn't hit that hard. Let's see if we can hit hard though. We don't have any increased attack, unfortunately, because Duchess dropped turn meter or got stunned. We do have the increased attack now, which is a little bit too late because the bombs scale on attack, which thankfully it should kill them all. I kind of want to kill Necrit so the Arbiter doesn't have the shield for her. Unfortunately, she's going to just res everybody. Possibly. Arbiter's res, she uses it whenever she wants, which is usually not when you want her to use it. She just uses it whenever she would like. So, thankfully, she does that. If we need to do another bomb thing, we can. I'm going to be ready for that. We're going to buff up the Gaius. I don't really want to use the bombs yet because A1 would just be better if it kills her. So there we go. Plus 27, we got them all. Excellent. So team number 2, we're going to look for a speed team to go against this time. Sorry about that, guys. I got called away for a moment and lost the match. Now, this team right here, they beat me. The last team was fair and square. This first one, I think I could have beat if I was a little bit wiser about my choices. Matter of fact, without even saying that, let's just go ahead and enter right back into it and try it one more time. The first one, if they strip me, they could just wreck me. However, if they don't strip me with Kymar, then I may be okay. I don't typically like going back into fights like this, but I do think I could beat this first one. I think it would be fine. Granted, let's hope that my kids don't wake up because if they do, it could be a little bit rough. Now, Pythion is right here. We're going to go ahead and cleanse with him because of Lydia. My Sun Wukong is going to bait out the res anyways. Cleanse right there. Boom. Now, Kymar is going to reset in just a moment, and Valkyrin is going to do some more nasty stuff, but hopefully we can just survive it. I think we'll be okay. There we go. Excellent. So we're back again. Just like Eminem, Slim Shady. Here we go. A2, and we're going to take the attack from everybody. Hopefully. Just a moment. We're going to res Mithrala, take the increased attack, make it my increased attack, kill the Lydia. Arbiter's not going to res anytime soon because her res is terribly timed. Like, she never uses it when she should. She uses it when she wants, which is usually not when she should. Kymar's going to wake up Sun Wukong. Just kidding. He's going to kill him. It's okay because Sun Wukong is going to be back in just a moment. Back after this quick break. Petrified. Fantastic. Sun Wukong. Drop the Arbiter and the Kymar. Oh no, turns into a sheep. Oh man, that is not exactly what I wanted. Much rather would have killed her. But Petrified does make us do a little bit less damage with this team, so something to be mindful of there. Unfortunately, just like Freeze, Petrified makes you do a little bit less. Thankfully, she was provoked. Back to the UDK build with some accuracy. Team 2 did fine. We just quick erase here, basically. No, I take it back. Team 2, strip Raglan, we're fine. No strip might be questionable. More 2 gets a AoE hit could be questionable. I guess we're going to find out in just a moment how this team's going to play out. But I do want to kill Sun Wukong because I don't really want him to just stick around, honestly. Now it's just Raglan and Mortu, our big buddy Mortu over there. Would rather no more hits go on him. If I could prevent it whatsoever, would be fantastic. So now let's go ahead and drop Raglan, I guess. There we go. She's dead. And he has no peril. It's a miracle. It is a miracle that he somehow did not proc peril. Can I make the most of it? Let's see. Ooh. Oh, he didn't proc it. Sweet. So now we use the res on my time. Drop him. Perfect. Love it. So now we can actually beat this team. This last one, I think, like I said, was a deserved loss. I don't think I could beat this team anyways. Let's go ahead and try to strip them. Nothing to strip because, well, they have a protected shield. So Uko can't strip them anyways. We do have some bombs that went out. All right, so I ended up losing that third match. I actually walked away and came back just thinking it was going to last forever, and it didn't. I ended up dying. Harima soloed my team, basically. So we're going to refresh this, do one more, and then I'm going to go do some Classic Arena, show you guys that. So this team right here, we're going to go ahead and match this one at the top. I don't really care. It's going to be fine against literally any of these. This is a very similar team to what I'm running right now. We're going to match this one at the bottom and that one right there. Everything should be fine. Don't know for certain, but hopefully all works out well. And then we'll do another Classic Arena or two to go ahead and give a little bit better example of where this team shines. So there we go. Oh no, Sun Wukong died. That's not good. Oh, now he's back. Did Pythion res him? He may have, because I took my hand off the auto for a second. So he may have resed him. He did indeed res him. Unfortunately, not the end of the world, but I would rather him not do the res. So now Sun Wukong comes in and just goes ahead and blasts the sheep. Okay, I was wondering if the sheep kill like maybe shared some damage to Hefrak. It did not, because it's not really a kill, but we will go ahead and do that. Boom, Kayamar dead. Now we go to the next match, which is the Hedgie. No, it's not. Next one's Hedgie. This one may be a pretty long match, to be fair. Let's see. Can we get strip on the Pythion? No strip on the Pythion. All right, the second fight, I just went ahead and skipped this because it took way too long. I wasn't going to kill them, so they just win. Eat GG's to them. Now here, let's see. Hopefully the Arbiter goes fast enough to cut in here. That's the whole idea of this team. Technically, the Hegemon's built to kind of be a control Hedgie as well. He has a little bit of accuracy. Not enough to make a huge difference, but we will use the A3 res from Arbiter. I think I could have used it the first turn. Unfortunately, I made a misplay there and did not do that. But I'll go ahead and just kill everybody because why wait any longer? Everybody's dead, except for the Harima, who could ruin my team. She did not ruin my team, thankfully. However, the Arbiter did not use her res when I wanted her to. She decided to use something else. Bad choices, Arbiter. Bad decision. That Harima is very slow. Thankfully, I can actually get a turn to do something. So that was probably the worst play that I've ever done in my life. That was horrible, actually. I missed the Arbiter res, and then missed it again, and then did some weird stuff, but hey, it worked. So we're coming out of there. We come out fine. We're 1452. We're looking pretty good. I like to be like 1500, and we should be fine. But a few more just as an example. This team right here, how's it going to do versus the Sun Wukong, Pythion, UDK, and Mithrala team? It's going to be fine. It's going to be full auto. We have Mithrala cleanse start. We have Pythion cleanse. Little too much cleanse, but it's going to be okay because Sun Wukong is going to come back and res. Now, technically, he's prioritizing the res simply because if Mithrala dies, I want to make sure that Pythion uses the res then. Though, to be honest, it doesn't even matter. He can use the res whenever he wants. We win. There we go. GG's. Here's a level 100 person. Eric's another good champion to pair with. Actually, instead of Sun Wukong, just throwing Eric's, it's another very solid potential team. So guys, basically to recap, if you're looking for a good go second team that's honestly super annoying, is sure to get you plenty of victories, do very well on defense because it's a hard team to even go against, this is a fantastic option. You can boost the stats of these champions to have an even better performance. You can get better stone skin on Pythion, better stone skin on UDK, possibly better build on Mithrala, and then more attack and more damage on Sun Wukong. And this team's going to be super successful, I believe, for a lot of players working to get into Gold 1. Honestly, I wish I had Pythion on my account. I would use it in high levels of arena as well. Well, Gold 4 3v3, which, to be honest, is mostly just one-man defenses anyway. So it's the highest level that I can do. That is not really high level at all because most of the time people just have one-man defenses all week anyways. But I would use this in my account because I think it's that good. It's incredible, honestly. I think the team is very solid. But either way, guys, with that said, thank you all very much for watching the video. Hopefully it gave you some new ideas as far as a team to build. Best of luck when you build this team, and I'll catch you all in the next video.